There is panic taking place in the Republican Party through the halls of Congress, out there in these conservative think tanks and political action committees, and they're terrified over the prospect of having Donald Trump at the top of the ticket. Even Republican politicians that have said they will vote for Donald Trump if he is the nominee are scared about the damage Donald Trump is going to do being on the ballot in 2024. And they're scared because they've seen this show before. They saw it in 2018 when that first blue wave swept over Congress in those midterm elections. And even though Trump's name was not on the ballot, he was the Republican president at the time. He was out there doing rallies and endorsing people, propping up his own candidates, and Republicans got spanked. Fast forward 2 years beyond that, 2020. Similar thing. Trump lost the White House. Republicans in down ballot races also got shellacked. 2022, sure, Republicans took back the House, but instead of having the 70-seat majority they predicted, they had a 10-seat majority. They also lost multiple governorships. They lost previously easily winnable Republican races because Donald Trump had put his hand-picked candidates, thereby kind of putting his name on the ballot. You see where I'm going with this? Trump is electoral poison. And now, at least a few Republicans are out there willing to admit it. Last week, New Hampshire's Republican Governor Chris Sununu, who says that he will vote for Trump if he's the nominee, even if he has a felony conviction, told CNN's Caitlin Collins that Trump's going to kill us down the ballot. And again, he'll still vote for him even if he has a felony conviction, but yeah, we're going to get creamed for doing it. Then you have Bill Riggs, a spokesman for Americans for Prosperity Action, a Koch-funded network, who said, if Trump ultimately is the nominee, the threat of a repeat of the last 3 elections and a Democrat sweep increases dramatically, making the Senate and the House that much more important. Then you have one Republican member of Congress who spoke on the condition of anonymity, who said this about Trump being at the top of the ticket. It's every man for himself. It is going to be chaos and mayhem and a free-for-all. You have to look after you. You're going to have to make the campaign about what you've done or what you're going to do locally. Mayhem, chaos, a free-for-all. Because these Republican candidates know that it's not a smart decision to hitch your wagon to Donald Trump. You've got to kind of ignore all that he's saying and just go to your constituents and be like, hey, I did some things for you, even though you didn't. We all know you didn't. And say, well, I'm going to do these things if you put me back in. Well, what about that Trump guy? What Trump guy? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know anybody named Trump. They're going to be running away from him. And the funniest thing is, in a video on Ring of Fire last week, this is exactly what I predicted. Several days before this report came out, I did a segment over at Ring of Fire talking about how Republicans are going to run away from him by the time the general election comes around because Trump is poison. Everybody knows it. History tells us this. The down ballot races will be chaos and mayhem for the Republican Party because you have so many people who despise Trump. But it's not just these ordinary Republicans out there that have to worry about it. What they really have to worry about is Trump endorsing a primary opponent to them. Maybe they aren't MAGA enough, and Trump could come in, pick somebody ridiculous, then that ridiculous person would lose the race. That's the real fear. Not just that Trump hurts them down ballot, but that Trump is going to try to pack ballots across the state with the worst candidates we've ever seen. We saw it already. Herschel Walker, Doug Mastriano, Kari Lake. None of them made it to office in places where a normal Republican probably would have won. But Trump did that. And he's going to do it again this year. And Republicans are wetting themselves because they're so afraid of it. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.